Hi, everyone, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. My name is Chanel, and I'm a reader every time you visit this channel. This is a no contact reading for the sign of Scorpio. So if you are a Scorpio who has been ghosted or is not in contact with your love interest, this reading should be able to provide you with clarity about what happened leading up to the no contact. I started this series because I know it's so painful when you're with somebody and then suddenly they just decide to no longer speak to you. So I'm hoping to be able to provide you with a better understanding of what happened, because I feel like when people ghost, they don't usually explain why, right? So that should be able to kind of help give you an idea about whether or not this is a situation that's worth waiting for or investing any more time in. I'm just going to pull you some oracle cards. And just so you all know, I am taking personal readings. I wasn't before, but they're available again because I had them kind of sold out on the website. So if you need those, you can click the link below. I'm doing a sale on 1, 2, and 3 question readings. Also, I will be doing the monthly love readings. So if that's something you're interested in, please do make sure you've hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. In the past, I've been kind of inconsistent with my channel because oftentimes I end up working with people in person or via email or video. And that's been taking up so much of my time, but I'm really trying to grow my channel now as that's kind of my main focus. So it means a lot to me if you would subscribe, because then that shows me that you all like what I'm doing and it gives me incentive and motivation to continue, right? All right, so I'm just going to finish this up. Almost done. Bottom of the deck, friends in the reverse, beginnings in the reverse, fear. Okay, let me take a look at your person's energy and then I'll let you know what I see. All right, so Scorpio, I feel like the person that you're dealing with is not someone that you recently met. The energy that I'm getting from this spread is that the person that you're not in contact with is someone that has ghosted you in the past, because I'm seeing this person kind of repeating similar patterns in regards to this connection. Now, your oracle cards did come out as overcompensating, ego in the reverse, flirtation in the reverse, arguments in the reverse, and suspicion. This person struggles, okay? Now, I don't think this is something you're unaware of. This is somebody that you've been dealing with for a while, okay? So if this is someone, if you're watching for someone new, perhaps you were in another relationship with them in a past life, because this is a continuation of a cycle. If this person has not done this to you before in this lifetime, it looks as though this person has had situations around abandoning you in another life. So perhaps intuitively you picked up on that when you first met this person, because there was something about their energy that made you feel like they were flighty or untrustworthy. But it was hard because you could never quite put your finger on what it is, okay? And that's for those of you who have not been ghosted by this person. This person abandoned you in another life. So you probably felt a very deep attachment to them when you first met, a very deep soul connection. For those of you who have known this person for a while, I feel like this is something that they do, okay? Now, the state of the relationship before no contact happened, it looks like there wasn't a whole lot going on, right? It seems as though the two of you were both doing a lot of thinking, but it doesn't look like you were communicating your thoughts to one another. Unfortunately, I feel like this person has a habit of making you feel like they don't need you or they don't want to be in a relationship. It's almost the energy of this person not even allowing you to address the issues around this connection. So if you were trying to tell them hey, I need to talk to you, I don't like the way you XYZ, they don't really give you the time of day. It's weird because it feels like with this particular person, they have a real issue around responding at all. Even when you're on good terms with this person, you could be trying to flirt with this person, they don't respond. You could be trying to argue with this person, they don't react. This is somebody who they just come through as being kind of numb. You know, I feel like for those of you who have been dealing with this person for a while, this is a really weird energy because you can't even tell if you're friends with this person, even though I feel like you've had sex with this person. For some of you, this person has a habit of ignoring you right after you have sex with them. And I feel like that's because they kind of want more, but they don't know how to express that. So let's take a look at them and you. All right, so this person was doing something really shady, and I feel like they got exposed. You know, for you, I feel like you started to move away from this because this person was operating in the space of being very unfair to you all the time. So this could have been something where you were like constantly communicating your needs to this person, or maybe you were doing a lot of thinking about what you wanted for your future, and you were trying to talk to this person about it, like, are you coming with me? Whereas they were in an energy of only doing what was best for themselves. You know, this is somebody who, like, you may notice they don't use the word we a lot when you were together, because they're very self-centered. They're very focused on themselves. Now, I feel like this person, it's kind of weird because with the ego in the reverse, you could actually be dealing with somebody who doesn't have like a superior ego. So this would be someone who displays behaviors more of like a covert narcissist, somebody who's always like sad, right? Somebody who's, it's like, oh, I'm such a victim. Nothing good ever happens to me. And so you get kind of blindsided by this person's behavior because they don't display that like egotistical, like everybody wants me. Nobody's good enough for me. I can have anyone I want. This is somebody who is more like, well, of course you're disappointed in me. Everybody's always disappointed in me. What else is new? Oh, of course you're leaving. Everybody always leaves. What else is new? You get what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a little bit difficult to deal with this person because they have like an attitude of life always being unfair. And so when you're trying to hold them accountable for things, they use that to their advantage, right? This could be someone who's had a very tumultuous life or had like bad things happen to them. And it's almost like they use that as a way to keep you from expressing what you need from them because you're always walking on eggshells. This person could be dealing with depression. And I feel like that, I don't ever want to say that's an excuse for someone's behavior, but it's almost like this person uses excuses. Like, rather than being like, okay, I know my depression gets in the way of me being able to do certain things. I hear what you're saying. I'm going to work on it. It's more the energy of like, well, you know, I'm depressed. So that's why I just left you on red for a month, right? This person, I feel like they're very good at making it seem like they never want anyone else in their life. So it's kind of weird to me because I feel like this person comes and goes out of your life a lot. And I feel like for those of you who are dealing with an energy that's done this to you multiple times, you've been really confused about like, why do you even come back? Because when you're here, you genuinely act like you couldn't care less. And then every now and then you'll like see a glimmer of like, oh my God, this might change. But then that person goes really back to like being reclusive or weird or depressed or like, and it's, I mean, depression is fine and it is what it is, but this is more somebody who's like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Like, there's nothing that's ever going to get better. I can't ever fix my life. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's not the same as like someone who's like genuinely depressed and just like has no energy to get up and change anything. This is someone who it's almost like they kind of play the role. And so for some of you, you may have called this person out. Like, whatever you're going through is not a reason to always treat me so unkindly. Like, I show up for you. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to make me pay for things that I didn't even do to you. This is not my fault. You could fix this if you wanted to, you know? So I feel as though this person, they were always kind of using their life circumstances as a reason to not make a decision to be with you. For you, you kind of got into a space where you were looking at it like, this isn't going to change. I see this for what it is. For some of you, this is kind of sad, but it feels like every time this person starts to withdraw, you try to apologize or like have a discussion. Like, is there something I've done? Is there something I could do better? Whereas this person, it's like, there's no way to please them. But I feel like that's because they don't even know what they want, right? This is all kind of psychological mind games in some ways. And I'm sorry to say it that way. But it's like this person wants you to be on high alert. They want to not talk to you so that you wonder what they're doing. And that really is how they kind of keep control over the situation, is like by making you feel like they don't care enough to argue with you. They don't care enough to flirt back with you. They don't care enough to answer your text messages. They just want to mope and keep you in the dark so that you're always wondering what they're doing. And it's their way of like making you want them or want to be around them. Okay. Because it's like you're getting breadcrumbs of their attention. And so this is somebody who does this. They've done this to other people. If this isn't something that's happened to you multiple times with this person, this is their MO, right? This is like really how they operate. Okay. So as I'm looking at how they were viewing the connection at the time of them just like falling back, well, you got the Death card. So I think for you, Scorpio, with this Seven of Swords, you started to look at this person and just see them differently. You know, it's like all the things that you complain about are problems you made for yourself. And if you wanted to be with me, you would. And if you wanted a different life, you would take action. It's like you started holding this person accountable in a way that was too much for them. They couldn't handle it, right? It was like, oh my gosh, Scorpio sees through me. You know, they're starting to like call me out on my stuff. They're not allowing me to gaslight them or shift the blame or use all these excuses. You know, death is your card. So it's like you had stopped putting the work into this and really started taking control of like what you invested your time into. For some of you, this is the kind of person that calls you when something's wrong and you notice that about them. Like, okay, you only talk to me when, you know, you've made a new problem for yourself and you want support. Yeah, I don't know. That sucks. You'll figure it out, right? It's like you stopped trying to give this person solutions. You stopped being their therapist. You stopped being available to them when they needed, because this person is definitely not available to you, right? So you really started taking control of the situation. You know, it's like if this person gave you something small, rather than getting excited about a text message, you might leave them on red. Right? Because that's what they do to you. If this person asks, you know, oh, how was your day? You might give them a 2-word answer. It was fine, right? Or a 3-word answer. I guess that was 3. But you get what I'm saying? It's like you started matching energy so that it's almost like, okay, if you want me to come closer to you, you're going to have to come closer to me. And this person saw that you weren't willing to keep doing this same thing over and over because this was just stuck, right? You were well aware of who this person is or how they behave. They can't keep pulling the wool over your eyes like they used to. So for them, it's like, okay, this isn't fun anymore because Scorpio doesn't go above and beyond for me anymore. They're starting to hold me accountable. They're starting to call me out. They're not giving me all of the attention. Like when I just do the smallest thing, you know, they're not going above and beyond like, oh my God, he liked my thing. So when can I see you? What's up? When are you off? What's your schedule? You're not doing that. You weren't doing that anymore, right? So for them, it's like, oh, well, this isn't fun anymore because I actually have to start showing up, right? 3 of Pentacles in the reverse for how they were viewing the connection at the time of them disappearing. It's not working anymore. You're not putting the effort into this, right? This person was always out, like 1 foot out the door, and you were doing the work to try to keep them in your life. And I feel like for you, you started saying things to this person, like, if you don't know, you know, that's fine, but I know what I want for my life, you know, and somebody's going to choose me, whether it's you or not. You stopped caring about the outcome of this situation because before, when you cared so much, you were doing the most, right? And this person was doing the least. Whereas now, you know, or at the time, you got into a space where you're like, I'm not going to sit up here and do all this work in hopes that you choose me. If you have other options, go be with those other people. Or if you're so confused, then clearly you don't care about me the way that you pretend to, because this is not that hard, right? So they started realizing that like you weren't putting work into this anymore. You know, maybe you stopped using words like we, right? No more we, no more us, no more what are we doing this weekend? It's this is what I'm doing this weekend. I don't know where you're going to be at, right? And so they were seeing that, right? That's what led them to start feeling like, you know, maybe this isn't going to work. Maybe I have other options. People I've conditioned to be excited when I text them. Maybe I could do less and receive more somewhere else, right? Now, Hermit in the reverse for how they felt about you at the time. So you had gotten into a space where you were like, I've been making the same mistakes over and over, right? I'm beginning to see the error of my ways. Something here needs to come to an end because dealing with you, I'm making the same choices. I'm getting the same reactions and results. And I don't like this for myself, right? This person, they felt like perhaps if they completely left, you would start getting into a space where you'd be very nervous about what they were doing because they're trying to like incite that energy inside of you again, right? Where you'll turn a blind eye to what you've seen because you haven't been talking to them and you'll want to control the outcome of the situation, right? They'd like you to come back to this Three of Pentacles energy where you're willing to keep putting work into maintaining nothing. You get what I'm saying? So Five of Wands is what they're hoping to accomplish by ghosting you. This person wants you to feel like they have options. They would like you to start spying on them, looking at what they're doing. They want you to come back to this situation to check back in, right? Because if you're in this Hermit energy and they feel like you're gone, right? They're trying to get you to come back to the party, to forget everything you've seen from them, to give this a whole new chance. Like, nope, I'm fresh-faced, I'm refreshed, I had my break, I'm ready to get back in here and deal with this drama and this low-grade energy and keep fighting for this. Keep fighting to change this person. This could be the kind of person that says things to you like, I'm just going to be single forever. I'm never going to change. No one can change me. I'm just unlovable. I need to be alone. Bullshit. They're saying that so that you'll be like, oh, but you're so great and you're so lovable and gosh, you're so funny, right? This is somebody who does that on purpose. So they're trying to get you to come back so that they can get some more of your energy so that you can be like, oh my gosh, I love you. You're amazing. You make me so happy. How can we move this connection forward? Just so that they can become uninterested, you know? And it's like this person, they want to keep you, or at the time they were hoping to keep you in a vibration of having low enough self-esteem that you would keep feeding their ego, right? Instead of being like, you know what? This is not worth my time. So this is why your person has disappeared. If you're trying to figure out, I hope this was able to provide you with clarity. I'm going to take this over to the extended reading. I'm going to take a look at what this person is doing now, how they feel about you right now, how they feel about ghosting you. We're going to see how that's affecting them. We're going to see how they think you are feeling about them and how you feel about the no contact that they're doing. And then I'm going to take a look at every sign you could possibly be dealing with so that we can get an idea of will they reach out in the near future. Now, if they do reach out, I'd like to see what they're bringing into your life. If they don't reach out, we're going to take a look at why. And then we're going to take a look at the advice on how to deal with every sign that you could possibly be waiting for communication from. So I hope that this new series was able to provide you with clarity. I am hoping that you will join me in extended so that I can forecast for you what to expect from this person. And I hope that you enjoyed the reading. If this resonated, please make sure you hit like. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will speak to all of you again soon. Preview coming up for the extended, link in the description box below. Bye. So this person, I mean, it's like they're super jealous, right? They feel stupid, but they don't want to admit it. And they're also getting into this space where it's like, it's almost like somebody that beats themselves up before they come back to you like, oh my God, look how rough it's been since we spoke, right? They want you to feel like perhaps you were wrong about them. Okay, so this could be very well someone who is making problems for themselves just so that they can show you they have problems, right? Oh, you thought that I could have fixed things, but look at what happened now. You know, you overestimated my capabilities, right? I really did have a reason to be sad. Look at this, right? This person, it's like, for some of you, they have a pet and their behavior is like, oh, only my dog loves me. I don't mean to laugh, but it's just like, come on, like such a pity party. And they're holding on to all these things that, you know, if they would just work through their stuff or face these issues one at a time head on, they would be able to solve a lot of these problems.